In Höhe von insgesamt 100.
Welcome back to the RWE Sporthalle in Mulheim, Germany for the European Darts Trophy, the 7th European Tour event of 2015 with the PDC. We've seen 8 second round games take place this afternoon. 8 more places in the last 16 are up for grabs this evening. And this is when some of the biggest names in world darts enter the tournament. We've already seen the likes of Robert Thornton, Justin Pike, Terry Jenkins, Kim Huybrechts making it through to the 3rd round. They will return tomorrow for the final day of the event. This evening we get to see the world #1 Michael van Gerwen, the defending champion Michael Smith, Dave Chisnall, one of the biggest 180 hitters, if not the biggest 180 hitter in world darts. Adrian Lewis, the 2-time world champion, James Wade, the match play finalist and multiple major winner. Simon Whitlock, a European champion in years gone by. Peter Wright, snakebite, always popular in Germany. And the Diamond, Ian White. They're the seeded players in action this evening. Ian White on stage in the first match of the evening session. He's up against Stephen Bunting, the Bullet.
First leg in, throw first, game on!
And it is the Diamond who has the advantage of throwing first. I'm Dan Dawson in the commentary box with you for this one. And for those who crave a bit of narrative to their darts, this has history. This Bunting v White fixture, they have contested phenomenal games in the past. 8 times they've met. The first 5 were all won by Stephen Bunting, including his first ever win on the Lakeside stage back in 2010. Of course, the Bullet went on to win the Lakeside World title before his switch from the BDO. But the last 3 have all been won by Ian White. And he has won them. He has won them quite convincingly as well, certainly with stunning performances. The most recent of the match play, a 10-6 victory, 103.5 average from Ian White. A 6-5 win in Riesa on the European Tour in the quarter-finals with 105 average. And beat him in Barnsley 6-3 this year on the way to the final. Finally lost to Dave Chisnall. These two have history, and they usually bring the best out of each other. Alongside me now is Rod Harrington for the opening game of the evening, and I've just given this a big preview, so it's probably going to disappoint, but they really haven't disappointed when they've met recently, these two. They've produced phenomenal games.
Yes, they have, and you know, Ian White is gradually getting better and better in this PDC system. He's getting more experienced on the big stage. We know Stephen Bunting's got plenty there because world champion. Well, that was on the other code. It doesn't matter, he's still a world champion. Well, he was double 18 now. Oh, just on the wire. And yeah, I think the pace of both players is going to suit. And that's a crucial last dart for Stephen Bunting to get the first leg on the board. And that was a breaker throw as well. And this is the biggest test so far for Stephen Bunting's darts. You know, if he really is going to be happy with these and get back to them, which are his old darts, then this, I think, Dan, is the biggest test he's going to have so far. Yeah, these are the Generation 1 darts, if you like, that Target made for him. He did switch at the start of the year to the same weight and the same shape, but a different grip, a more pronounced grip. These ones look a lot smoother. There is grip there. If you actually hold them, you can feel that there's grip, but they are just a little bit different. And despite the fact that Bunting, you know, told me at the very start of the year when I spoke to him ahead of his Premier League campaign, he said, "Oh, I love these darts. I can't wait to be playing competitive darts with them." It hasn't gone quite as well as his first year in the PDC, and whether it's a mechanical thing, whether he is not able to release them properly, or he's just gripping them a bit too much, or whether it's a mental thing, whatever it is, we don't know. Yeah, probably a bit of both. A bit of all of those. You know, a change is automatically going to give you a bit of confidence and get rid of the crap that's in your head from the last darts, or whatever it may be with dart players.
137.
When they met in Riesa in the quarter-finals, Bunting paid the price for a slow start. He really did come back at Ian White, but he left himself too much to do, and he was beaten in the deciding leg. He has got the first leg on the board here with a break of throw, and he's down to a finish first in this one as well. He will be well aware of what Ian White is capable of, having lost to him the last 3 times they've met. And the ton 40 gets Ian White. Down to a little 2-darter. Ranked number 9 in the world, Ian White. Treble 18 Bunting wants, doesn't get it. Yeah, ranked number 9 in the world, so you're expecting him to be ranked finals, to make finals. Got to make 8.
Oh, that was a bad dart. Yeah, you're right. But he seems to be hovering, doesn't he, around, you know, to do some real damage.
I think he could be a real threat to something like the Grand Prix or the European Championships coming up, with the way he's been playing.
Oh, that's a bad miss from Bunting. Really cannot afford to throw darts away at a double, because you know at this standard it's going to be punished.
And punished it is. And that break worked so hard to get it in the first leg. Oh, it's a break back for Ian White. Ian White has got to give a lot of players hope, because he's not one of the young guns. He has been around for a long, long time. And as you say, he seems to have got better and better. Now, you know, some people might think, oh, well, if I'm in me mid to late 30s, I'm 40 years old and playing this game for 20 years, oh, I'm not going to get drastically better than I am now. I know how to play the game. But he's proof that if you approach it in the right way and you're practicing, you're playing competitive darts, and you can actually improve your own standard to a point where you are a threat at all the tournaments you're going into when you're playing against the best in the world.
You're exactly right. I mean, it isn't a sport where you have to be super fit, like football, cricket, rugby. You know, no one's going to, you know, come and tackle you as Stephen Bunting hits a 180, the 90th of the event. It's a bit like snooker, you know, where you don't have to be physically fit, so an age thing is not an issue, but it is an attitude thing, which is an issue. I mean, Michael van Gerwen's the youngest one in the game. The rest of them are all over 30, and most of them are 40 plus. Barney, Taylor, Whitlock, Anderson.
And I know Taylor has. You've seen how he's improved his own standard, and therefore you know, he's dragged everybody else up with him over the years. As Ian White fills it up, and that's his first 180 of the match. But Phil Taylor's just a special case. If somebody like Ian White can do it from a sort of, oh, look at this. Ooh, just missing the bullseye. But if Ian White can do it, there's hope for everybody in the PDC.
Absolutely.
Great dart.
This could hurt Stephen Bunting. Oh, just on the wire.
Stephen required 25.
Double 8 for Bunting. For a third consecutive breaker throw in this one.
And they are actually a long way off. A long way off. I mean, he should be 3-0 up. He's firing at doubles first in all 3 legs, and he could find himself 2-1 down.
Chasing around the board, but he pins double 4 with the last dart, and Ian White has the advantage. Winning with this one goes through to face either Simon Whitlock, former European champion, or Roby John Rodriguez, the young Austrian.
97.
Ian White has made it to the final of one of these European Tour events before now. He was beaten by his fellow Stokey, Adrian Lewis, back in 2012 in Sindelfingen. That was the first year of the European Tour as we've come to know it. Stephen Bunting hasn't made it to the final of one of these. He did make the semi-finals in Berlin last year. It was a cracking tournament, that one. Ended up being won by Phil Taylor. 4 world champions in the semi-finals in that one.
45.
Stephen Bunting just looking to hold his throw in this leg and level it up at 2 apiece. And that's the way to go about it.
Well, we see Kevin Painter, the last game of the afternoon, you know, just outscore Vincent van der Voort, but kept missing doubles and giving Vincent a chance, and then all of a sudden Vincent at 4-all nearly nicked that next leg. And this is where Stephen's got to be very careful as well. He's outscoring Ian White, but Ian White's 2-1 up. He's got to be very careful.
Yeah, 1 from 8 on his doubles, Stephen Bunting. It was, you know, we say this about anyone, but the doubles are very much key to his game. When he was tearing up the BDO, he put it simply down to his double. He never used to practice them. He did. He won the world title at the BDO. He's just put in double 10 there with his first dart. He'll be feeling a lot happier about things. A nice little 14-dart leg. We're all level at 2 apiece. And maybe we're in for another classic between these two. They haven't hit top gear, it's fair to say. A little bit of time yet, though.
Well, I think Stephen will be happy just doing the scoring what he's doing, because he's getting down at the double first. Excuse me, he's just got to hit the double. I mean, we always say the first one at the double deserves to win the leg. If you don't, that's totally up. But he actually could be 4-0 up. All 4 legs he threw at the double first.
37.
In that treble bit again, just the ton, so Ian White still has the advantage. Two of the nicest guys you could hope to meet. In the PDC, these two, but they will tear lumps out of you on the board.
Well, both like their fishing as well, especially Ian White. Him and his wife go fishing quite regular. So hopefully he'll get the invite next year.
Oh, lovely stuff.
16.
Well, Bunting's a long way off in this leg. It's the first leg of the 5 where Ian White's dominated the scoring.
Double 4. Hit this in the 3rd leg. And hits it again. It's a 13-darter. And 3-2.
Well, this is the dangerous leg for Stephen Bunting. He's got to hold his throw. If he loses this, then Ian White really has got command.
We've seen stunning performances already today. The two that really stand out, Terry Jenkins, who was feeling the pressure in his match earlier on and this afternoon against Steve West, but managed to come through its 5, had 109. And Kim Huybrechts, the other scale, demolished Max Hopp, to the dismay of 1,500 Germans in here, as Stephen Bunting looks to fill it up. Ton 40. See the figures there, he is outscoring Ian White, and that's shown starkly in the first 9 averages. But the overall average, not that much in it.
81.
Yeah, 6-0 win for Kim Huybrechts with 107 average. So look, those two laying down markers that they have returned to ranking darts action. And are in a bit of form.
81.
And Kevin Painter, as I said earlier on against Vincent, scored really well. If he'd have cleaned his doubles up, there'd have been well over 100 average. So some good performances. And as you said, Terry Jenkins, I thought was exceptional. To come back from being battered, and it's the best I've seen Steve West play on TV.
Steve West averaged 103. I mean, it was really impressive stuff from him.
As Kevin would say, Painter, Steve West would have said, how's your luck? You know, I play that well, anybody else I'd have beaten.
At the same time, it has to be said, he had 2 darts at double 12 in that match, Steve West. Had he hit them, he would have gone 5-1 up, and I think that might have been too much even for Terry.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right.
Such fine margins. Games are won and lost. And Stephen Bunting, we said he wanted a comfortable hold. He's got one. It's 3 apiece. White. The only week Van Gerwen claiming his first match play title, but he was in serious trouble. 6-1 down to Ian White, 13-12 down, and a diamond very nearly pulling off a big upset. That would have put him into his first major semi-final in the PDC.
Well, a good strong leg here from Ian White on his throat. He's given Stephen Bunting no chance whatsoever of having a break, and Bunting's going to have to break if he's to win this game, where White he can just casually win his own throw, and he's going to walk off this stage and into a quarter-final. Or even the last 16.
Yes.
Just checking to see if he was awake.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It will be a last 16 meeting with Roby John Rodriguez or Simon Whitlock, the man, of course, that he beat at the match play. Double 16 for Ian White to go within 2 legs of victory. And he gets it. Another 13 darter. We've got 3 on the trot between these two.
Yeah, scrappy darts there from Stephen. If you're going to do the 85, you're leaving the gate open for Ian White to come in with a 140 or a 180 and get control of this leg. That's exactly what he's going to do. That's exactly what he's done.
It's his second maximum of the match, Ian White.
Now pressure is on Bunting.
And is Stephen Bunting getting the feeling, the same feeling he's had the last 3 times he's played Ian White, where the diamond has just had a little bit too much for him? These things can just get stuck in your head as a player.
Well, we have to go back to the first 4 legs. You know, Stephen Bunting, especially, I think it was leg 2, missed a hat load of darts at doubles.
Double 16 for Ian White. It's a 12 darter and a breaker throw and a 5-3 lead, and Stephen Bunting has got no option now. He has to turn it on. He has to find his best stuff. He's going to have to break the throw twice and hold once, or his European Darts Trophy campaign is going to come to an end with a 4th successive defeat to Ian White.
And you feel it's got to be something exceptional, because Whitey is playing so well. There's the stats. I mean, you know, the last 3 legs, 2 13s and a 12. And, well, Stephen's 3 legs are better than reasonable, that's for sure. But there's leg 2 and 3, look, 17 and 18. That means that Stephen's thrown 18 darts in both of those legs.
And it's another maximum for Ian White, and when he gets into a rhythm, you just feel he could throw this sort of 97, near 100 average all day long. And that is very, very difficult to beat. In fact, it's up to 99 now, as you can see. Just looks to set this shot up. Bullseye, will it be? No, it comes down.
That's okay, because the 82 means you can use the 25 or bullseye when he comes back.
100.
And that might be that for Stephen Bunting, the Lakeside World Champion. Set for a second round exit here if Ian White can take out the 82. That's a perfect dart, gives him 2 match darts. Double 16 he wants, and double 16 he gets. It is back-to-back 12 darters for Ian White. In fact, the last 4 legs he won were done in 13, 13, 12 and 12. World-class stuff from a man who is just moving steadily up and up the rankings. He is a threat this weekend, make no mistake about it. Stephen Bunting is dumped out despite an average of 98. Made to rue the missed opportunities in the opening few legs, but Ian the Diamond White progresses safely through to the next round. It's 4 consecutive wins over Bunting for him. And he now takes on either Simon Whitlock or Roby John Rodriguez. They square off later this evening.
Difficult draw to play Stephen the first round, the first match, after such a break you had.
Yeah, since the match play, you know, I played well at the match play, and then first round against Stephen Bunting again. I'm thinking, oh, we may as well move in together. But yeah, it's very tough playing Stephen all the time. You know he's going to hit some big scores. You just got to keep playing and hit him at the right time.
A very important period of time is coming up now with the World Grand Prix, with a couple of major events. So how is the preparation for that?
Oh, it's going well. I've had a couple of weeks in Greece and chilled out. So I'm ready for it now. I want the next 3 or 4 months, hit it hard, and hopefully stay up in the top 8 in the world.
See you tomorrow again. Thank you very much, Ian White. Ian White! Um das kurz zusammenzufassen,